I'd like to introduce you to Werner Wessels. He's an international stylist and pageant consultant from South Africa. Hello, Werner.
Hi, Miss Pam. How are you?
Fine, but go ahead and tell everyone you pronounce your name because it sounds so much better you doing it than me.
Well, it's actually pronounced as Werner Wessels, and a lot of people don't know how to say that in the States, so we just go with Werner Wessels.
Oh, you're so cute. Thank you. Thank you for giving us that privilege of not being able to pronounce your name correctly.
No, that's great. I love the American pronunciation as well, so that's good.
Oh, you're so kind. You know what? I have to tell you, Werner was a judge at the Miss World America. This is the first time I had the privilege to meet him. He is, once again, he was we've been discussing his selection. He's going to give everyone tips about what he saw in our current Miss World America. So could you give us a little tips and what gave her that it factor is what we would call it here in the United States?
Well, first of all, Pam, I was blown away by each and every delegate that was competing at this competition. I have never seen such a strong lineup of girls that really encompass the essence of what Miss World is all about, not just about being beautiful, but really being a beauty with a purpose. And these women had incredible projects that they were working on, and NGOs and life stories that they wanted to tell. And I was blown away. So first of all, it was really a very hard week of judging and trying to find the girl that would really make the United States proud. But like I said, all 52 of them really could have done an amazing job. But at the end of the day, Victoria was just the girl that we all felt had such humility to her. She was gorgeous and she was so beautiful, but she had that humility, that kindness, and that drive to really make a difference in the world that we were looking for, and essentially is.
Well, let me ask you something about that, because your instructions at World America by the national director was to find the next Miss World, a United States of America contestant who could place at Miss World or even bring the crown home to our country. And please go ahead and tell everyone why you would definitely be a person that could be a good judge of this.
Yeah, I think, well, first of all, I am the reigning Miss World coach and trainer and her stylist. So from South Africa, Rolene Strauss. And, Rolene is the quintessential Miss World. And I think a lot of people look up to her when they look at who they want the next Miss World to be. And so the national director wanted me to really find that girl that I saw that potential in. And what's so great about the new Miss World America, Victoria Mendoza, is that I think we actually did it. I think we found a girl that could essentially be the next Miss World, not only be doing very well at the competition, but really take that title home. And I'm very excited to see her journey towards Miss World.
Agreed.
And
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so it was a fun week, really, getting to know all of these girls. And like I said, there wasn't just one girl that I thought could do very well. There were a handful of girls that I was really excited about, and it makes me very excited to see what is happening in the United States with the Miss World America competition. And I just think it's going to grow leaps and bounds.
Now, so you're a coach, and this is really from the coach's perspective. So, yeah. And you were a judge. What could you, if you had, okay, when you say that she was humble, give someone an example of not necessarily of what you saw from Victoria, but I mean, you're also with the current Miss World. How does a girl project that? Because Miss World obviously has to be very educated, articulate, and also she has to be very well-rounded. But so you have to be a little bit, you have to be competitive because it is a competition, but you have to have humility. What a balance. How does that balance?
That just comes down to one thing, and that's just your heart. You need to show people your heart and your love for people. And I always say, when a girl is kind towards someone that can do nothing for her, then that shows who she is as a person. Because it's easy to be friendly and be very welcoming and open, sorry, to the judges who are judging you and might give you the crown. But to be kind towards the staff of the hotel and to just random people coming up um, to you asking for a picture, and that is what the essence of a Miss World is, to be kind to everyone she meets. And that's what we saw in Victoria. She was that girl who had just always had a smile on her face, and you always left happier after you've spoken to her than when you first sat down. And that is what a Miss World is all about. She needs to inspire. She needs to make people feel good, feel better about themselves, and feel like they can do whatever it is that they want to do. So, and that's exactly what Victoria is.
So any other tips that, because in the United States, people are saying, I want to compete in Miss World America. So if you could give the potential delegates that are looking to compete, what advice would you give them? What would you say you saw that you would give the advice that if they applied this to the next pageant, they could become the next Miss World America?
First of all, I have to say that I cannot recommend this pageant highly enough. I spent the whole week with the national director, its organizers, the people involved in this competition, and also the girls. And it was a mind-blowing experience that I will remember for the rest of my life, being around these people, seeing their passion for not only pageants, but for these girls competing, and them having that same ideal of giving these women a platform to really show who they are as people and really wanting to make a difference in the world. So I would recommend this pageant so highly to anyone who wants to enter any type of pageant. In regards to what you should do when you want to enter this pageant, you need to prepare. You need to know exactly what you are letting yourself in for. So go do your research online, see what the Miss World pageant is all about. It's not just about being pretty in a dress or having the most fantastic runway walk. That's 5 minutes of the competition. The rest of it is about your heart, about your intellect, about what you have to say, what you want to do in the world, who you want to be in the world, and who you want to touch. So really get to know yourself. Make sure that you know who you are as a person, what your ideals are, and what you want to achieve in life. And so that would be my first step. And then also you have to look at the physical aspect. So make sure that you are healthy, that you because it's not about in Miss World they don't have a swimwear competition. So it's not about having a six-pack abs or the longest legs, but it's about being healthy and being fit and being a good role model for young girls out there to say, listen, you need to take good care of yourself and of your body, and then also take care of your hair, your face, your skin, and then also what do you want to show people with your styling. And I always say that pageants isn't an end destination. It's not where you want to end up in life. It's how you want to use it as a platform for your life goals. And so you need to think of who you want to be as a person after the pageant. Should you win? Should you not win? Who is it that you want to be? And how is this pageant going to help you to achieve that? Is it about being more comfortable of people, seeing yourself and your abilities, about networking, and then you need to really focus on what your opinions are in the world, on world matters and in life in general, and what is it that you want to achieve. And that's really important so that the judges can get to know you as a person and not just see you in a pageant context, but also in life in general.
That's a tall order, but you know what? Our current Miss World, she's no question, she's beautiful. She's smart, fourth-year medical student. But you know what? You're right. She's very humble, and I can pick that up off of her. I had the pleasure of meeting her, and she just she's incredible. And you hit the nail on the head when you talk about she's humble. And I'm not even questioning, I know she's smart, you know, but it's a very interesting point. Now I have to ask you, the Beauty with a Purpose is really a huge component in the Miss World and Miss World America. So, you know, and actually we had a film documentary being actually shot at the time. Miss World flew in a videographer from LA, and I know that the top 5 Beauty with a Purpose winners, but there happened to be a tie. So they actually met with Julia Morley, and she interviewed them. So because there wasn't a top 5, there was a tie. 6 people went in and were being interviewed with Julia Morley and with the film crew of the Miss World organization. So can you tell me, I mean, that's to us, I mean, this is the first international pageant that we've had since 1995. Can you give us a little insight into why, you know, that's so important to the chairman of Miss World?
Yeah. The Beauty with a Purpose component of Miss World is by far the most important aspect of the Miss World organization. So it carries the biggest weight also in determining the winner. And for the Miss World CEO, Julia Morley, it is very important to get girls that aren't just about looking pretty or being on stage. It's really about making a difference. The Miss World organization has raised over £1 billion. So it's always been the most important component of Miss World for the last 42 years. And so of course it's going to be very important for Julia Morley to see these girls and to see their hearts, and if they really do have a passion for giving back and for charity, because essentially this girl will be the representative of the Miss World organization in the United States. So yes, she was, I'm sure she interviewed them just to see, listen, who is this girl? Will this girl do the work that I've set out to do since 1972? And like I said, it carries the biggest amount, biggest weight in determining the winner. And so I'm very much for, for her actually being there and saying, listen, I wanted to see these girls and I wanted to see their hearts and their passion for giving back and charity.
Yeah, and may I add, we do have international competitions in the United States, but this is a national pageant where the CEO of Miss World has the insight to say every girl that becomes a national title holder must be a person that could become Miss World. And that's phenomenal. That shows that she really, really cares about the girls that compete in her system. I mean, it's Chris Wilmer's national pageant, but it is Julia Morley's system.
Yeah, that is, you know what? And she's been running this pageant for so many years, and not just this pageant, but this organization that essentially is. The essence of Miss World is about helping others and about reaching out to others. So Miss World becomes the ambassador or the face of the Beauty with a Purpose motto. And so she's very interested to see who these girls are and who these girls will be that will represent all their different countries as their Beauty with a Purpose ambassadors, and what will they do in their countries to really make a difference. And that's why I think Victoria was the perfect choice, because she has a heart for giving back. She has a heart for charity and for leaving a place better than she found it. And that's essentially what a Miss World is. And then on top of that, she is incredibly beautiful.
Yes, she is. She is all those. I felt she was a fabulous choice. Actually, any of the top 5 would have been a fabulous choice, but it happened to be Victoria, which I'm so grateful. But I know you're traveling throughout the United States. I've been watching you on Facebook. You're having a great time. And
it's so wonderful being here.
Oh, good. We're glad you're enjoying. And I know that you'll be going back to South Africa. Now, will you also be in China at the Miss World pageant?
Well, I hope so, because I have my girl that's going to give up her crown at the end of that
She is a
pageant.
good girl, isn't she?
Yes, she is. So I'm very, very excited to see all the ladies there and to just experience the Miss World competition again, and what it stands for, and just to see over 120 national ambassadors coming together and just sharing and just enjoying this experience that the Miss World pageant is.
So before we go, I have to ask, what's next for you?
Oh, there's a lot of things happening. I'm looking forward to whatever comes my way. And right now, I can't really say too much about what's happening, but I bet you guys will see me in the States very soon, which I'm very excited about. Maybe one day I'll be an American citizen. I don't even know, but
So
that
are you
might be in the
coming to Washington to style me every morning? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, 100%.
Listen, thank you very much. It's a pleasure. It really is. And enjoy your time here in America.
Thank you so much. It was lovely speaking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.